up, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. And this is the very... what is this? So this is part 1 of my room renovation series. I believe I'm gonna have like 3 videos of this because I have like a idea in mind of how I want my room to look like. I'll show you some photos right here of how I kind of like the idea of what I'm looking for. So what I basically want is light walls close to white, but they're not entirely white, as you can see right there. They are actually considered an off-white because I did choose it from the white section. They're just like different shades of white. Besides the walls, I also want to do the flooring. I'm just gonna tell you this right now. I kind of want to change up my entire room so it won't look so kiddish and more for my age. If you're thinking of a name for what I'm looking for, I guess you could say a beach slash lake house kind of vibe. I'm not entirely sure, but seeing from the Pinterest stuff that I looked at, that's kind of what it was going towards. A little bit of farmhouse, I don't know. So it's just like I'm just basically looking for light walls and light wood. So what we're doing is walls, wood, some decor. I did have something in mind in this wall, so we might do that in part 3, as well as the fan. I believe that is it. We might go a little bit into the dresser because the dresser, you've seen it, it's pretty bad on top. So yeah, let's go ahead and begin. So we went to Lowe's about a month ago and I went ahead to go to like the white section and see which undertones I wanted. I still wanted like the blue undertones, so that is what I was going for, as well as the wood. I was looking for like a cool tone wood, or maybe cool tone neutral wood, so I have 2 of those, as well as like 4 or 5 different kinds of colors that I wanted. I basically just did samples for that day, and then so the second time that we went was when we actually went for the colors to get the paint. What we actually did was get new colors, completely different from what I chose, and they are a lot whiter and brighter, and they're still on the bluer tones. I think one is actually a pink tone, I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we went for that. We also went ahead and got all of the stuff that we needed to start painting, but we didn't start painting for another week. Starting day 1 painting, what we started with was the back wall as well as the other wall, so anything that's touching my bed basically, so we don't have to move it again. The back wall is kind of considered the accent wall because it is the only one that is different out of all the others. So we started moving the bed. Everything that is touching these 2 walls we moved out of the way and we just started painting. While my dad he's getting like a belt for the vacuum. I don't really know what that means, but he did say it made the carpet smell like it smells burnt. So what he has me doing is just cleaning up this wall, like from just dust and some coffee stains way down here. And then the molding has a lot of dust in it too, so we're just gonna go ahead and clean all of that so we could paint it. I have a feeling he's not gonna let me paint any walls. What else do you want me to do?
Go find the paint that's gonna go on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
On this one.
Mm-hmm.
Bring me the trays. 1 blue, 1 plastic.
Yeah.
Blue one.
Yeah.
And I think 1 gray one or something like that.
Okay.
1 roller.
Okay, this is the darker one. Get that. He wants a blue. Maybe 2 of these. Might need that. I think this is all he needs. It'll look good. I have a vision in my head. It's gonna look good with the wood. He doesn't want me to do anything but put tape. He doesn't trust me. At first my dad was very like against me painting it because he's such a perfectionist, so what he had me do was just tape the edges, that way no paint will get onto the molding, as well as the other walls that have yet to be painted. Eventually he let me paint the edges, like stuff that he can't paint himself with, like the little roller or the big roller.
So do that, and then do all around again. All around.
Here?
See, so I think you're gonna have to do that so it gets started right a little bit.
Painting wise, we had to do 3 coats of the back one. For some reason, it was getting very, very patchy and it didn't want to like be opaque. So my dad has to do 3 coats of that one. And I only had to do 2 coats of the edges because he eventually said that I don't have to, that looks fine. I think it looks whiter. That wall's a lot bluer than the second layer that you're doing. So now this looks like a light gray, like a true light gray. I don't know if it's because of the back, but it looks like a very, very pale blue.
That's because of that.
And then we actually only did 2 coats of the lighter one for this big wall right here. We're gonna do 1 more layer. Hopefully we don't have to do a 3rd, because then we're gonna have to like 2 more layers, 2 more gallons of paint. Okay, so what I didn't film was that my dad actually painted the bottom molding white. It was actually pretty quick for him, to be quite honest. He went with like a glossy white and he just painted over the bottom molding on these 2 walls. So we don't have to worry about that at all. So that right there is all done, and that is day 1 of what we did. So for day 2, we ended up doing the wall where my TV is, as well as where the dresser is, and the hallway. Honestly, it's literally the same exact thing. We did the tape, I did the edges, and my dad did the whole entire wall all around. The only difference is that there is a mount for my TV, so we kind of had to be a little bit careful with that. That kind of showed our perfectionist right there, because like I was trying not to touch the metal at all. Especially my dad was like, don't touch the metal whatsoever. If it touches, just like try to take it off as best as you can. Are we not gonna sand that down on the door?
No.
I got everything that you tape, I just haven't gotten up there. I need the screwdriver. Okay, so my dad had to step out for a little bit. He's kind of like me on the part where he's very perfectionist, so I'm only doing the edges. It's making me look more tan, to be quite honest, and I'm kind of liking that because I haven't tanned in a while. But yeah, I'm only doing the edges, the borders, basically all of that, and he's going in with the roller right there to do the whole entire wall. So if I haven't said it, this wall, okay, so they're all off-white. When you look right there, that's a more blue, and this is more of the, like, I don't know, on camera it looks pink, but it actually looks really, really nice. This one here is Bistro white, and this one over here is Blizzard fog. Okay, so this is how it looks like right there. That's like the one wall that I wanted to be an accent wall, looking a little bit more on the blue side. But if you think this is the same color that I had, it's actually a lot lighter. This is the one that I had before. You can actually see right there how much of a difference it is. A lot lighter. And yeah, that's how it's looking like. So my dad did 3 coats of this white here in this wall. So we did this the first day, and then he's actually also he also did the bottom yesterday, just this wall everywhere where my bed is, so he doesn't have to like go back into it. Yeah, we are on 2 coats with this one. It actually looks a lot different, these two, but I think it's because they're barely drying up. But yeah, that is how it's looking like right now with 2 coats. I think we might have to do a 3rd because I see some patchiness right there. We're also gonna do the ceiling. We're gonna repaint the ceiling white. We're gonna repaint this like border thingy white, all this white. And then my dad is gonna go ahead and do the bottoms white. He doesn't trust me with anything painting related. Pretty sure he's gonna wanna paint this white as well as the window, and then the hallway is gonna be the Bistro white that you saw all the other walls. So yeah, it's looking like a big mess right now, but it's progress. I don't like that top part.
To fix it.
Okay, so what you saw right there was actually the attic entrance. I don't know why they did this when we extended our house a bit more. They just like kept it really ugly. I don't know why they did this, but my dad wants to actually cover that up because when we were painting up there, you actually felt the heat from the attic just come down a bit. And yeah, what he wants to do is just like cover that up with a like, I don't know what he said. It was kind of more like he wants to put wood there and then a second layer of wood so the heat won't come out. Eventually we'll cover that up. There's no need for us to have that showing, especially because we don't paint it. So yeah, hopefully we do that in this time span. So my cousin and Chris actually came into my room on Monday when everything was all done, and they were saying that it's not entirely, like they can't really see a difference. But when I show you the before and afters, you could actually see how darker the other wall was when it wasn't even that dark. But like comparing it to these colors, it was actually really, really darker than this, and I'm quite happy with how it is right now. Oh yeah, when I was choosing these colors, my dad, he was just like, he was not a fan of this. He was just like, why are you choosing white? There's no he's like, why are you choosing white? It doesn't even look like a room anymore. But honestly, like, I had an idea in my head and I wanted to see how it would come together. And yeah, he still didn't like it when we finished these 2 walls, but he ended up liking it in the end. He was like, it just doesn't look that white anymore. Comparing it to the bottom color, it looked white, especially this one was just like flat white for him. But yeah, they don't look as white anymore. Probably this one looks very, very white, but it's not white. Not that white, at least. Okay, so here is the after. I'm so sorry, it's like very blown out. So this background right here does not look that dark in person. It's just very, I don't know why it's showing super dark here, but it's not that dark. And then this is the white right here. It definitely, as you can tell right there, in different lighting, like different shadows, you could see how like they look different, but they're actually the same color. And then there's that one. This right here is what I was talking about, my dad not wanting to file down. This is a hallway. Looking all great. You can see how many coats I've done in the past. That's my Tumblr years right there. If you remember that color, that's a creepy attic right there. My dad went ahead and did all of the molding on the bottom with white. So we have yet to do the doors. We still need to paint those, as well as the molding around them all and the ceiling and molding right there. So that's probably going to be in part 2. Yeah, that is basically it for how phase 1 is looking. Alright, so that's gonna be it for part 1 of this room renovation series. I really hoped you liked it. If you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more, just go ahead and subscribe down right there. Just hit that little button right there. And also don't forget to hit that bell notification down right there so you know when I upload. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!